Behind the dazzling glory of the red carpet and the timeless films lies dark secrets, mysterious deaths that we have never known. Do the brightest stars of Hollywood also face tragedies behind the stage lights? Let's explore untold stories about the fates of cinematic legends, where conspiracies, mysteries, and truths are revealed. 12. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe, whose real name was Norma Jean Mortensen, was born on June 1, 1926, in Los Angeles, California. She was the daughter of Gladys Pearl Baker, a mother who faced a life filled with hardships and instability. Marilyn's mother struggled with mental health issues and financial difficulties, which led to Marilyn growing up in orphanages and being separated from her mother at a very young age. But Marilyn's life was not only defined by these struggles. Despite growing up in poverty and instability, Norma Jean found light in the darkness. In 1945, at the age of 19, Marilyn began her modeling career and quickly attracted attention with her captivating beauty and radiant skin. However, it wasn't just her looks. Something special in her eyes also made it impossible for people to look away. Not only did Marilyn make an impression with her appearance, but she also possessed exceptional acting talent, even though she frequently battled insecurities about her abilities. Despite being labeled a sex symbol, Marilyn proved that she was more than just a beautiful woman. Her roles in Some Like It Hot, 1959, and The 7-Year Itch, 1955, showcased her powerful charm and demonstrated her ability to captivate audiences with her grace and subtlety in acting. However, her life ended tragically in 1962, just as her career was at its peak. Nonetheless, the legacy she left behind continues to live on in the hearts of fans and generations of artists. Marilyn Monroe's death on August 5, 1962, remains one of the greatest tragedies in Hollywood and is still a mystery that has yet to be unraveled. The woman who was once the epitome of glamour and allure in American cinema passed away at the age of 36 in her home in Los Angeles. Her death quickly became a topic of public intrigue, with countless unanswered questions, endless rumors, and a truth that remains unclear to this day. Police found Marilyn dead from an overdose of sleeping pills, but what's noteworthy is that she passed away alone, without anyone by her side. The incident was quickly ruled a suicide, but many couldn't help but question the true cause behind her death. Throughout her career, Marilyn endured immense pressure from the public, complicated romantic relationships, and health issues, including depression. There are many theories surrounding Marilyn's death. Some believe she was assassinated due to her connections with powerful figures, such as the Kennedy family, or because of her romantic relationships with President John F. Kennedy and his brother, Robert Kennedy. Others argue that she was a victim of a conspiracy within the very film industry that exploited her, pushing her to the brink of collapse. Marilyn Monroe's death closed a tragic chapter in her career and life, but it also raised a big question about the truth behind the deaths of famous stars. She lived like a blazing fire, and her death, whether it was an accident or a choice, remains a significant mystery that the public will never forget. 11. Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, was born on January 8, 1935, in Tupelo, Mississippi. The son of Vernon and Gladys Presley, Elvis grew up in a poor family. His family struggled to make ends meet in a small house. But from a young age, Elvis showed a special musical talent. He learned to sing in church and developed a passion for folk music, gospel, and blues. However, it wasn't until Elvis moved to Memphis, Tennessee with his family in 1948 that his music career began to take off. Despite being a global superstar, Elvis faced numerous challenges in his personal life. He had to cope with various psychological issues, particularly the pressure of fame, as well as his marriage to Priscilla Presley. However, there were many rumors surrounding Elvis. One prominent rumor was about his death. with some people claiming that Elvis didn't actually die in 1977, but faked his death to live a secluded life. Although doctors confirmed that Elvis died of a heart attack, there were still those who refused to believe it and thought he was still alive somewhere. Elvis Presley's death on August 16, 1977, marked the end of a life filled with both glory and turmoil for the king of rock and roll. His passing was a shock not only to his fans, but also to the music world and popular culture. But his death was not just an ending. It sparked many questions and reflections, becoming a mystery that has never been fully unraveled. Elvis Presley passed away at his Graceland mansion at the age of 42, and the official cause of death was confirmed to be a heart attack, linked to heart disease and drug dependence. Throughout the final years of his life, Elvis faced numerous health issues, including obesity, depression, and addiction to medication. While his career had declined after its peak, Elvis remained an irreplaceable star in the public's heart. Yet his death gave rise to numerous theories and rumors, making it hard for many to accept that the king had truly passed away. One prominent theory was that Elvis didn't actually die, but only faked his death to escape the pressures of his famous life. Some of his most devoted fans believed that Elvis survived his death and was living a secluded life, and this theory was embraced by many for years. This situation became even stranger when numerous people claimed to have seen Elvis after August 16, 1977, causing stories of his survival to spread within the community. Despite the many speculations surrounding his death, one undeniable fact remains: the legacy Elvis left behind. His songs, unique performance style, and profound influence on music will live on forever, keeping the memory of the king alive in the hearts of music lovers. Elvis's death marked the end of a legend, but his music will continue to live on as a reminder of a star who illuminated the world. 10. Clark Gable. Clark Gable, born on February 1, 1901 in Cadiz, Ohio, was one of the most famous and beloved actors in Hollywood history. Gable grew up in a middle-class family, but his life was not easy. After his mother passed away when he was just 10 years old, Gable lived with his father and endured a lack of emotional support. After graduating from high school, Gable began working to support himself and took on various temporary jobs before deciding to move to New York to pursue an acting career. Not only successful in cinema, Gable also led a rich and complicated romantic life. He was married several times, including to the famous actress Carole Lombard, whom he loved deeply. However, Gable's life was not without its ups and downs, as he faced personal and professional challenges and losses. After serving in World War II, his health began to deteriorate. Despite continuing to work in films and tirelessly pursuing his career, by the 1950s, signs of illness began to manifest. Most notably, Gable had been battling heart disease for years. The death of Clark Gable on November 16, 1960, marked the end of a glorious chapter in Hollywood's film history. Gable, one of the greatest icons of the entertainment industry, passed away at the age of 59 after a long battle with heart disease and declining health. Although he had undergone a complicated surgery and showed signs of recovery, Clark Gable could not overcome his condition and tragically passed away from a heart attack in 1960. Gable's death deeply affected both his fans and the media, sparking thoughts about the end of a golden era in cinema. Gable, the man with his strong, masculine features, chiseled face, and captivating smile, had made millions of women fall in love. However, behind his strong exterior was a life full of ups and downs, especially the profound personal loss of his beloved wife, Carole Lombard. Clark Gable's death was not just the end of a silver screen legend, it was a reminder of the fleeting nature of fame. 9. John Wayne. John Wayne, whose real name was Marion Robert Morrison, was born on May 26, 1907, in Winterset, Iowa. With his strong physique, particularly his distinctive walk and resolute facial expression, Wayne became an icon of the Western genre and one of the most famous stars in the history of American cinema. His life and career were marked by ups and downs, but he was always associated with the image of a tough and courageous hero. Wayne grew up in a poor family and developed a love for sports, particularly football, from a young age. After finishing high school, he decided to pursue a career in film, although at first, he never intended to become an actor. One of the biggest rumors surrounding him was his strongly conservative political views. Wayne was well known for his support of conservative ideologies and his opposition to political movements of his time, particularly during the Cold War. He was also criticized for his views on issues such as civil rights for African Americans and freedom of speech. Nevertheless, John Wayne always stood firm in his personal beliefs and never abandoned the tough, manly man persona he had built. John Wayne, the symbol of Western heroes, passed away on June 11, 1979, after a long battle with cancer. His death was not only a significant loss for American cinema, but also marked the end of an era, as the image of a strong, unyielding man became a lasting memory in the minds of audiences. His death stunned Hollywood and fans around the world. Wayne was a man of tremendous influence, not only in the film industry, but also in popular culture. To many, John Wayne was not just an actor, but a model of the ideal man, strong, determined, and never willing to give up. 8. James Dean. James Dean, one of the legendary icons of American cinema, was born on February 8, 1931, in Marion, Indiana. The only son in his family, Dean's life began with challenges when his mother passed away when he was just 9 years old. Raised by adoptive parents, he went through a tumultuous early life. However, from a very young age, Dean showed a strong passion for acting. Although James Dean was a famous star, his personal life was not without rumors and curiosity. One of the biggest rumors was about his romantic relationships with famous actresses such as Pier Angeli and Elizabeth Taylor. While Dean never publicly acknowledged these relationships, the media constantly speculated about his love life. Additionally, rumors about Dean's rebellious nature and unpredictable personality contributed to his image as an enigmatic figure. It was believed that his inner turmoil and deep emotional struggles contributed to the rebel persona, which made him even more special to the public. James Dean's death remains one of the greatest tragedies in the history of American cinema, an event that left a deep mark on the public and became part of Hollywood legend. At just 24 years old, at the peak of his career, Dean died in a car accident on September 30th, 1955, while driving his Porsche 550 Spyder on a highway in California. The accident occurred while James Dean was on his way to participate in a car race, a passion he had pursued since his youth. While driving his car, the Porsche lost control and collided with another vehicle, instantly killing Dean. James Dean became a symbol of rebellion, youthful aspirations, and the restlessness of youth, and his death seemed like an inevitable tragedy for a rising star full of promise who left too soon. However, his death also immortalized that image, for it was not just the end of a life, but the end of an iconic figure. Many theories have been proposed about James Dean's death, from rumors of intentional murder to speculation about the role of chance in the accident.